Spokane County commissioners have figured out a way to save some of our tax dollars instead of spending them.
Commissioner Al French figured out the county was getting billed for a service that hasn't been used for years, so he pulled the plug on that contract. KXY4's Jeff Humphrey was at the Juvenile Detention Center, where fewer kids behind bars means more money in the county's budget.
Did you ever go through your monthly bills and find a charge for something you weren't using anymore? That is exactly what happened when Commissioner Al French figured out that we have downsized the number of teenagers inside our juvenile detention center. Back in the mid-90s, Spokane had such an appetite for crack that even our kids were selling it on street corners, and our answer to drug gangs and juvenile crime was to open this new juvenile detention center in Medical Lake.
Counties across the eastern part of the state were stressed in terms of how to deal with juvenile detention, and so 9 counties came together, created a consortium that then took on the operation of Martin Hall from the state.
Spokane County's share of Martin Hall consisted of 5 of the 44 beds here. Incorrigible teens were fed, clothed, and attended school, but most of all, Martin Hall relieved some of the overcrowded conditions at Spokane's existing juvenile detention center. But during the past 4 years, we haven't been using those beds.
And it's because our juvenile detention facility, in cooperation with the courts and the judges, have been able to develop alternative treatment processes for our juveniles that don't involve incarceration.
So the good news is we've had fewer kids behind bars. The bad news is we kept paying rent at Martin Hall, wasting, by Al French's estimation, $1.2 million.
$320,000 a year we were spending with Martin Hall and not using any of the beds. So that's taxpayer money from Spokane County taxpayers that was basically buying us nothing in return.
And that's why on Tuesday, county commissioners voted to end our contract with Martin Hall, that $320,000 every year going back into the county's general fund. However, commissioners spent a little of it hiring a new corrections officer for our one and only juvenile detention facility. Reporting in Spokane, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.